Hey, welcome to Gracie Schwarzwald. I'm here with Erkan Mete, and we're going over our flex jitsu today, flex and bust out. And today we're continuing on with the takedowns portion of our complete Gracie Jiu-Jitsu course. And we're going to work on a technique that is actually a favorite of my students here. It's not something I necessarily want to do in a self-defense situation, although it absolutely can work, especially if you're just not on pavement, you're on something softer. And you're smaller than the person. Okay, so sometimes a much bigger person trying to throw them can be very difficult. If you have right technique, it'll work. But you know, again, if you have somebody who's quite a bit smaller, trying to pick a person up from a standing situation can be tough. So in this situation, we're going to go into a drop Seio Nage. Okay, people are afraid a lot of times to do this because if they do it wrong, the person basically gets their back with hooks in and they're almost a choke setup. If you do it right, you don't have to worry about that, okay? So this is one of those situations where I do it differently than a judo person would do it because they're not worried about the dangers that jiu-jitsu guys have to worry about, right? Of getting the hooks in, just because you throw me on my back, the fight isn't over, any of that, okay? So we're gonna start from the over-under clinch. Again, this can be done from a lot of places. Traditionally, you know, it's more out here, but we're focused again. He threw the punch, I get in, I'm fighting here. My hips are in here. If he's holding my tricep, again, it won't matter for this move. Okay, I'm not standing like this, I'm bladed here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I wanna make a little space between our hips. So if I back my body away, he may be able to knee me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a frame in. So from here, I'm gonna take this arm, windshield wiper it again. So even if he's holding on to my elbow, it won't matter, and I'm gonna push his hip away. Okay, notice I want his feet kind of square, so I frame across so he's got squared hips. Here, once his hips are far enough away, again, I'm nice, controlling. This is actually gonna be the most of the throw. People mistake and think it's the other arm. It's really this arm that does the majority of the work. I'm gonna step inside his foot, out inside the other foot, and I'm gonna drop to my knees. Okay, so I'm gonna go very slowly. I step, and I drop all the way down. Okay, now, in reality, you're gonna basically just spin and drop. This arm, once I frame, as I step, it's gonna come up. Like I'm waving at myself. Here, I step, and I drop. Now turn this way. Now what's very important, I see people drop like this, and they try to throw the person. As he rolls, he's gonna get his hooks in. And then I'm here. Okay. Oh, I didn't stand in base. Okay. So I'm here, I frame. Notice his wrist is under my armpit, so he can't pull that arm out and choke me. So I don't want to be holding like this or anything. This and this, when I turn and I drop to my knees, this is what hangs him down. Very important that I hang his weight down. So I frame, I step, I drop. Notice, posture up. I'm not holding on like this. This is tight. Now, the important part is I don't sit up. I sit all the way down into a ball. So if he tries to get his hooks in, there's nothing really for him to get. From here, I'm sitting under him. I'm going to bring my head to the outside of the knee, opposite the arm I'm controlling. I'm not doing this. I'm not lifting. I'm giving him no space. I'm just basically a ball. And he's going to trip over that ball. So I'm here. I just bring my head down. I cover. And I finish. I really want to emphasize, don't try to pick the guy up, throw him over, don't sit like this or like this. I'm sitting all the way down, and then I'm just making myself a ball. Now, a lot of times people will have trouble, and they'll end up rolling themselves over when they do this move. So don't go like this and roll. Just drop, put your head outside. If you have to, as you put your head outside, I can lift my hips a little bit, but I don't roll over. Let's go on this side. So we're here. I get in. Maybe we're playing a little bit. I frame, knee me. Yeah. Then I'm going to drop. Here. Head goes across, body low. I cover. Keep the arm. He turns into me. Yeah. Okay. So you're in front of me. He clinches me. He's nice and tight. He's going to frame, back the hips away. He's going to now turn. Make sure when he turns, he's going to turn all the way. So he's not turning kind of halfway. He's going to drop. Now, very important, he drops all the way down. And he sits all the way down. Sit up. Don't sit like this and try to throw. Drop down. So even if I try to get a hook in, there's nothing to get. Okay, and then from here, he covers, and he's here, and he gets payback. Okay, so that is our drop Seio Nage from more of a clinch perspective.